Alright guys, you know what time it is. Misty Invasions reaction recording part 2. This time we are reacting to SYLUS's card. So time to get into it. I had to bring out my cat ears for this one because you know we're his kittens. And I had to bring out the red and black. I had to get a little dark for this one. So I'm excited. After Dane's card, I'm like, oh, I know SYLUS's card is gonna be wild. But we're about to find out together. Okay, here we go. Oh, look at my husband. Bro, you had that last card, you see I got his robe, you know I got. Alright, let's do this, y'all. Alright, so by the way, I was able to get all of their cards. So I'm just gonna record my reaction to all of them. But SYLUS, that's the one we're gonna do right now. Here we go. Oh God. Lost Oasis. Let's do it, y'all. Let's do it, kittens. I'm gonna read everything this time. Taking a step out of the airport's gate, a humid, warm yet gentle breeze caresses my face. A few passengers carry the luggage and head their separate ways. I'm still slightly dazed from the long flight. Yeah, the long flights give me days too. Oh, this airport, I guess it was originally an old air base? Why did SYLUS ask me to meet him here? As I take out my phone to call SYLUS, the roar of the engine grows loud in the distance. A gust of wind comes to a halt before me.
I thought you were going to chicken out, kitten.
On a vintage motorcycle, the man I haven't seen in a while lifts his helmet visor to meet my gaze. Why do you have to buy a motorcycle every time you go somewhere? You didn't send me a plane ticket just to show off your new ride, right? You know he did.
It's a classic model for locals, only a few years older than you.
Okay.
Get on.
Oh, I'm gonna get on. Here we go again. And before you say anything, tell me what we're getting into. I love how spontaneous SYLUS is.
We're going to sneak into a gang's territory and assassinate their leader.
Oh shit, my kind of date. Let me stop. I take the bait since he's bluffing. I put on the helmet and get on the motorcycle. You can't do it alone. SYLUS turns and helps me straighten my hair that's pressed down on my helmet.
It seems that you've had a good sleep on the plane.
Yeah, it was a long haul flight with several layovers, so I got a lot of sleep. I figured that if we were fighting together, I should reserve my strength. Not just for fighting, girl. The sudden acceleration and inertia that comes with it forced me to tightly hold on to SYLUS's waist. The words I had yet to say out loud were muffled by the wind. Can't you at least give me a heads up before you step on the gas? The motorcycle races under the palm trees' expansive canopy. It darts through interweaving lights and shadows as if entering the opening scene of a movie. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. I'm feeling the vibes. Under the sun, we make our way through the red desert where the wild sea, buckhorn, and tamarisk replace the remnants of man-made structures. Oh God, I can't read right now. Rows of two-story bungalows painted in a red and scattered among the palm trees. The motorcycle wends its way along the path. This must be another one of your secret bases.
Another one? You still need to know more about me.
At the end of the road is a plaza.
We're here.
Well, let's go on over. No one's around. Are you actually planning to take down a gang by yourself?
Don't worry. If a fight breaks out, I'm on your side.
Period. As Silas turns off his motorcycle, a teenager leaps down from a nearby tree and approaches us. A scar runs from his forehead across his nose and disappears into his ear. It's shocking. What happened to him? But aside from the intense gaze, what really captures my attention is this faint sensation of pulsating metaflux. Silas, we got wanderers. Ooh,
of course there are wanderers. Why else would I bring you here?
Because period. He knows I'm like one of the best hunters in the game, so he was like, I gotta bring Bae here. The teenager isn't anywhere near us. A voice from the edge of the plaza stops him. There stands an old woman, her face full of wrinkles. Are they your friends or enemies? You know a lot of people. Silas doesn't respond. Instead, he takes me to the elderly woman standing before her, respectfully lifts her hand to his forehead. Why he ignoring me? After returning the same gesture to Silas, the old woman turns to me. She lifts my hand to touch her forehead. Oh, she's sweet. What's the meaning behind this?
Go with the flow.
I can't. Are we sure this isn't one of your tricks?
Would I really call you away from Lincoln just for a prank?
I don't know, Silas. You be keeping me on my toes. No one knows what an unkindness leader is thinking. Honestly. But it wouldn't be a good idea to just not do anything, so I perform the gesture. When I'm done, the boy cheers and runs over, tossing countless tiny flowers that fall on me like raindrops. Aw. Why is he doing this? Silas? Before I get dragged away by the young boy, I turn my head and shout at Silas. He calmly stands there with his hands in his pockets. So Silas.
Maybe the intent is to welcome you, kitten.
It's not until I see Ignis worm trapped under the tree via Evolve that I truly understand why Silas brought me here.
Eliminating wanderers is part of your job description. And not many show up around here. The kid caught the lizard and brought it back.
Oh. This thing is dangerous. Why hasn't he killed it already? Does he plan to keep it as a friend?
He wants to handle it himself, in the most proper way one deals with his enemy.
Oh, I have tutoring fees. Are you okay with that?
I thought they were covered with the plane ticket and hotel reservation.
How are you so sure that I show up?
I took my chances.
But they asked for you, didn't they? Did he see you fight wanderers around here?
Unfortunately, I only know how to kill. I can't teach.
Unfortunately, even if I could teach, I don't speak the local language. It'll make communicating difficult. Maybe because it's been bound for too long. The Ignis whim, lying on the ground, shakes its neck and angrily roars. Be careful, it's about to lash out. I quickly step forward to intervene, and Silas's airy voice drips behind me.
As you can see, communication doesn't only rely on words.
That's true, you can use your actions.
It's been stuck here for a while. Now's not the time to kill it.
Silas's gestures to the plaza with a flick of his finger.
Don't keep your student waiting.
Remembering this painful journey of being kept in the dark and taking several connecting flights, I lift my arm to press down on Silas's shoulder. Sure, I'll teach, but group battles are what I excel in. You need to play along. Under the shade of palm trees, the teen sits cross-legged, with his eager gaze fixed on me. I walk to the center of the plaza. Though we can't completely understand each other, it's fine. Let's pretend we're in a wanderer's protofield. Swirling dark red mist descends and envelops the small plaza. It truly adds a sense of tension, as if we're actually inside of a protofield. I smile grateful at the figure standing on the second floor rooftop entrance. Look! A wanderer will appear at any moment now. As my voice fades, SYLUS, who's serving as a teaching material, walks forward. With a stern face, he falls from the rooftop, his body enveloped in black mist. He stands with both hands in his pockets, expressionless. I give him a thumbs up. Good job, babe. You're a great actor. The wanderer approaches, bringing his face to an eye level with me, and speaks. Hey.
I agreed to play along for your little class, and you repay me by having me be the monster.
I mean, we can't actually go into a protofield. If we did, he wouldn't be able to see how I deal with wanderers. I'd also be too dangerous. I know this isn't for you, but you're around the same height as the Ignis worm. Just be yourself and you'll be fine.
You're so eloquent.
Hold on. I beckon for SYLUS as he turns back. I point my gun's muzzle at the left side of his chest. A wanderer's protocore is usually located around here and creates a shield. You need to use your evol to break it. I turn to SYLUS and lower my voice. I hope you don't mind, but can we make this seem real? Learning is about listening, watching, and feeling. SYLUS lets out a laugh and gently turns my face away.
Well, it's true I can't die. Feeling pain is another story.
Ah. After a live demonstration, I finally knocked the wanderer to the ground. Both SYLUS and I are covered in dirt. So SYLUS can't die? I know I shot him, but I didn't know if that was like his energy controlling the bullet or whatever, so he really can't die. Huh. As we get up, the teen steps forward, revealing a shiny silver dagger. He points at the wanderer, then at SYLUS. Does he think you're an actual wanderer? Or is he challenging you? Without saying anything, the teen, like a small animal, baring its fangs, quickly attacks. He leaps high into the air. In the very next second, he gets hung up on a tree branch by swirling black mist. Man, SYLUS, you couldn't make him think he had you. Ugh.
You still have much to learn.
SYLUS seems reluctant to say more. He casually flicks away the energy particles swirling around his hand.
I'm going to take a shower now.
Can I come with you? Stop. I probably am gonna go with him, to be honest. The old lady grabs the teen by the ear with one hand. With the other hand, she pushes me and SYLUS, who are covered in dirt and grime, into her bathroom. It's a nice little bathhouse. 15 minutes later, behind the shower curtain, I hold a water container in the air, pretending to be a makeshift shower head for SYLUS. Aw, I'm so kind. You seem to be acquainted with those two. You even vowed to greet the old lady when we got here. Are you trying to repay her? Was she your tutor before?
Not really. She's the one who brought me to this oasis when I was in the desert. If it wasn't for her, I would have been digested carrion in a vulture's stomach.
Did she save you?
She didn't do anything. She just found me. I followed her for a while.
SYLUS's voice flows through the stream, making this story even more mysterious.
Hold it higher.
What?
The water.
Just lean down a little. You're only washing your hair. Don't be unreasonable.
And who emptied the water tank first?
The sound of flowing water quickly turns into a pitter-pattery. Finally, only the dripping of droplets remains. I stand on my tippy toes holding the water container high and tilting. But there really is nothing left. SYLUS swiftly pulls the shower curtain. Foam that has yet been rinsed, still clinging to his body. I suddenly feel guilty. Oh. I guess I should've... Oof. Can you just wipe it off or bear with it for a bit?
That's easy for you to say.
I can't, y'all. I can't. Suddenly a chill runs down my spine as if I'm sense of danger is about to strike. I turn my head and prepare to run away. Girl. As I expected, SYLUS pulled me back into his arms. Oh my god. Wait, you're dripping wet. Get away from me. Girl, you do not feel like that for real. Water from the ends of his hair slides onto my collar. The damp fabric clings into my skin.
Good idea. Since there's no water, a wipe will have to do.
SYLUS doesn't actually corner me anyway, but with each step, he backs into a corner. Oh. Am I just supposed to keep tapping? Or am I supposed to hold it? Fucking up, y'all. Fucking up. Oh, I'm supposed to hold it. I quickly raise my hand to maintain some distance between us. Holding a towel, I push back against his chest.
What? Are you going to help?
Just you wait. I'll give you the intense massage from a deep space hunter. As long as you need it, but I'm worried you won't be able to endure it. I'm my girl being flirtatious, so... Don't look at me like that.
Don't tell me that's what you think I won't be able to endure.
Oh wait, I think I'm supposed to hold it. Ooh.
That's a lot of strength.
Oh god.
You're putting in a lot of effort.
Where my water at? Alright. It's all muscle, don't tell me it's fake.
They're not real, but they can move.
Ooh. I need to save that one. Oh my god,
Aren't you going to do something about my hair?
That's asking for another favor. When you request assistance, oh, I can't even read straight. Pull him closer. Ooh.
Is that it, sweetie?
Oh my god. What are you doing? I'm in my clothes.
Oh no. Look. They're all wet. Now what?
I almost said something. Okay.
Doesn't this mean you also need to learn how to humble yourself?
I done forgot how to read. I did, and see this. Oh, I guess I'll have to be gentle. You know what I just thought about? So you know how in the main story for him, there's like a memory of him being stabbed? Cause I'm like, why is that affecting him so much? It's just a touch. So I wonder if that has something to do with anything.
Hey, the soundproofing for the shower isn't great.
People might get the wrong idea if they hear us. At this rate, we could end up in a lose-lose situation.
Tell me, who pinned you down? Hit you?
Oh, so class isn't over yet.
Ooh, ooh.
Then can I trouble you some more?
Yes, please. Ooh. Oh.
Miss.
Oh, okay. All right. The body is the body for me. On the rooftop terrace at dusk, I sit cross-legged on the hammock, set up between palm trees. I doodled away. That one wasn't that bad. I mean, like, it's like Zane had me like about to pass out, but this wasn't that bad. This was like sexy, but it wasn't like I lost my breath, you know? Hanging on a long line, carpets intricately woven with golden and crimson threads sway. The distinct aroma of local spices permeates through the air. After changing, SYLUS from the shadows cast by the setting sun lifts a corner of the carpet and approaches me. I'm making a picture book about martial arts and secret techniques. He pulls over a shabby armchair, sits down, and pitches a corner of yellowed paper in my hand. These are the techniques we showed today. The boy gave me a paper and a pen. On the paper, simple strokes depict a little person that's in battle against a ferocious wanderer.
I don't see the resemblance.
How? There's totally a resemblance. It's how Deepspace hunters fight wanderers. SYLUS picks up the pen and sketches two sharp horns on the little monster's head. Hugging my knees, I lean towards him. As long as that kid keeps the wanderer alive, it'll remain a threat. Isn't that dangerous? He draws a line between the monster and makes it a long tail.
It's a local custom. They keep the things that killed their people. It has nothing to do with revenge. It's a reminder not to be killed by the same thing again.
He said more than what was on the chat box. Did it kill someone close to him?
Some time ago, his father vanished into that wanderer's proto-field.
Aww.
He's determined to go in and bring his father back.
Aww. In the plaza below us, the young man with the scar on his face tightens up his grip on the dagger once more. He stands before the wanderer like a tender yet persistent branch. But he's so young.
It's his choice. Everyone has to fight their own fight.
The claws leave bloody marks on the young man's arm for what seems like an umpteenth time. Yet, he always stands back up. I met SYLUS's gaze, which appears darker as the evening breeze blows past us. For someone whose actions speak louder than words, it doesn't seem like you're here to help out a kid. He responds nonchalantly, puts the cap on the pen, and hands it and the paper back to me. He kind of looks like you.
I'm not that stubborn.
So that's why you want to make his wish come true? SYLUS, admitting you're a good person isn't shameful at all.
We just made a deal.
Well, now I'm curious. What does this kid have that could catch the eye of Onakindness's head? Beyond the vast sea of palm trees, SYLUS's gaze drifts to a distance we traverse. He slightly raises his chin.
That place is known as the Valley of Lost Souls. The local myths say their 7 gods are buried there. He said that once I'm dead, I can be buried with them.
Aw. With a gentle tone, he speaks as if we're telling a bad joke. As if he were telling a bad joke. I guess that's the highest honor a kid could think of?
The highest honor? Those gods were killed by their own ancestors.
Oh, this is a nice background. It's nighttime, and a bonfire burns in the plaza, covered by a floral fleece blanket. Silas and I rest on a hammock. Ah, that sounds so romantic and relaxing. Today feels like a local festival, carried by the wind. The ancient sound of handbells wafts through the streets, intertwines with the elders' chant in the plaza. Night blurs the boundaries of time. Perhaps their actions saw the same starry sky back then. Oh my god, I'm tripping.
That's something only their elders would know.
At first glance, gods occupied this land. People lived and relied on divine blessings. But the gods were capricious. Those so-called blessings were paid with human lives.
One of them uncovered the truth and invited the gods into the valley. Then he cut off their heads.
Ooh. I know how this kind of story ends. The people were exiled, right?
It's also possible they abandoned the gods themselves. In the end, a person could only stand on this land with their own 2 feet.
It's exactly like you said. There's always someone who needs to be protected. I'm gonna pick there's always someone who needs to be protected. But not everyone can become strong. There will always be someone who needs to be protected. He laughs, but it's unclear whether it's out of agreement or ridicule.
It's good that there are brave, strong hunters like you out there to protect this fragile world.
At some point, the bonfire in the plaza goes out. The sound of the handbells and chanting fades, leaving only silent starlight in the sky. I never imagined that one day we'd be sitting in a place like this, having discussions about the world.
Do you think we're talking about the same world?
I'm not sure. Today is when people give flowers to each other in Lincoln, but I brush off the fragile petals from his shoulders. My fingers move downward to touch his chest, where his heart is. Could those flowers bloom in this kind of soil? The shade of the palm trees blurs half of the SYLUS face, while moonlit outlines the other half. It's rather strange. Honestly, before I met you, I never imagined there would be people in this world who couldn't be killed or get hurt.
And before I met you, I never imagined there would be someone who'd do something just because there was a plane ticket. Why aren't you saying anything? Are you upset?
I'm thinking about what you were like before you became to the N109 zone, SYLUS.
I wasn't any different from the role you had me play today. A monster, more terrifying than a wanderer.
Ooh, we're getting some backstory here. He turns to me, his brow and cheekbones appearing too high, his eyes too deep. He's naturally intimidating. I remember the scars on the boy's face. If you were just a normal person, how many scars do you think you'd have by now? With my finger, I trace the line that goes between his eyebrows down to his nose. Here. Then to the elbow and palm. And here?
I don't take pleasure in revealing my scars.
While he says this, he doesn't pull his hand away. By knowing someone's past, you can understand their present self. Always hiding your wounds isn't necessarily a good thing, is it? A sliver of the moonlight floats down and lands precisely on his right eye, where deeper secrets are hidden.
Maybe not everyone needs to be understood.
He stops speaking, yet as if I picked up a fragment that reflects a piece of his past. SYLUS, I have to head back to Lincoln tomorrow, or maybe the day after.
Thanks for stopping by.
What about you? Will you come back with me or stay here?
I'm heading deeper into the desert.
He's so mysterious. The strong smell of spices and the sweet fragrance of palm trees blend. The world falls asleep, marking a rare moment of peace between us. Drop me off at the airport.
If you say so.
Waves of drowsiness wash over me. I wrap the blanket tighter around me and scooch closer to Silas, drawn by his warmth. Perhaps I'll never be able to see the world through his eyes, or touch the wounds unknown to anyone. Aww. But at least we shared a night together in that distant oasis, with the same moonlight that cascaded over us. Okay, that was interesting. We got to know a little more backstory between of Silas. As far as the actual memory itself, you know, it was, you know, Zane. I think Zane so far. I still have to do Xavier and Raphael. So, yep. I would say another D was conquered, you know, but it's not really clear what happened. Well, I mean, he carried us away in his towel, so I'm gonna assume something happened after that little moment, but yeah, that was nice. That was cool. All right, so if you like the video, I am going to record another one. I don't know whose card I'm going to do next. Like I said, I have all their cards for this Misty invasion event. So it's either going to be Xavier or Raphael. Y'all let me know which one you want me to do next. So yeah, catch y'all on the next one. No, wait. I like his theme. One more time. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I'm out of here. I'm done. Bye, y'all.